deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Beyond measure.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. I'm gonna show you how great I am. Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
What is happening, everyone? How does that new mic sound? Hope it sounds good on your end. Cheers, everyone. JD here. Let's start sharing our 2 cents, shall we? So this is part 2 of leftist garbage vocab. Did the first episode last Thursday, episode 14. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to go back and check it out. Tonight is part 2 as we wrap it up, and then we'll hop into the news. Rumblers, I got you in just in time. I use my countdown time to get your chat up and all that good stuff. But you are live in the chat, so also got X space open and 720-72 cents. That's 720-722-3687. You can call in, everyone. You can chat in at any time, as you can see right now. Chat in. Just like I just did, in either chat. And get this going, get the show on the road. Speaking of the website, jd's2cents.com, let me know if some of you, either in the live chat or in the comments, please let me know if you're getting a warning to proceed to the website because it doesn't have HTTPS, only HTTP protections. So if that's the case, I need to fix that. It's showing up on my phone and it's frustrating me because that's going to scare people from going to the website. There's nothing dangerous about my website. I can guarantee you that. But of course, people, when they see that big scary warning symbol, they're going to run the other direction. And I don't want that. So, again, cheers, everyone. Get the glass, get the shirts on the shirt store and the glass store, which is all on jd's2cents.com. With that, let's get going. Just need to get to the video screen. Need to minimize this screen or it'll interfere with it. Got full screen for you guys. Get going.
So anyway, whether or not the word is actually being used correctly, don't say it. If the red people are actually being racist against the blue people, don't go, oh wow, those people are actually racist. Don't say that because you're just validating the words. And the less we validate them, the less effect that they have. Now, of course, the only reason why a lot of these words have lost their validity in the first place is because they were overused, right? Everything is racist. Everything is fascist. Everything is, evil. And, of course, the meaning of these words got lost. But more importantly, we're starting to fight back, and you're starting to see that these words don't mean anything to anyone anymore. And we need to keep it that way. So stop using them. If they don't mean something to you, don't say them. They are used to tear you down. They're not used because your victimizers care about the fine lines of the truth. They are there to tear you down.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point. Yeah. They are never there to help you. They're always there to hurt you. Okay? So when anyone uses a word against you or against a party that you're part of or a group that you're a part of, just fill in the blanks. People are doing that to attack you, never to help you. Okay, remember that. There's a difference between someone who comes to you and says, hey, pulls you off to the side, hey, JD, I think you could do this better, man. And there's a completely different stance of, JD, you're a racist. Well, who does that help, right? So, excellent point there.
And to tear people down that you should be allying with. So stop using them. They're evil words. Before we move on to the final topic, I do want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing in my private life. I am starting a business. There's a link in the description in the bottom. I don't know why I said it that way. But it is to Unity Strife Order USO.agency. Please check out the website. It's still a work in progress. We have an online store. There's not very many things on there, but eventually it will grow. I have lots of ideas for things that I'd like to include in that online store. But of course, if you'd like to donate and support the channel, I have a link in the description to a Buy Me a Coffee. So if you'd like to buy this fine gentleman a drink.
This is where it cut out last week. You'll hear me mentioning that maybe in the last video. I may have trimmed it off. I can't remember. But yeah, I do like this guy's content. I will rarely do this for other creators, but he deserves it. He did a good job. So, and you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due, obviously. So if it's something I don't support, which I'll have a lot of videos on here that I don't, then I'm not going to give them shit. Because I'm not going to further their shit agenda, in other words. But this guy's legit, so let's go ahead and pop his stuff up in the chats. So there's a record of it.
Please consider doing so with the links in the description. Moving on, I want to get into the identity descriptors. These are words that frame these people, your victimizers, or their ideas in a positive light. It's almost like doublespeak. It's just rewording things to sound good. It's like, let's say there was a group of people that kicked puppies. Well, instead of calling themselves the puppy kickers, they're going to call themselves the puppy petters, right? That's ultimately what they're going to do. And it's very hard to argue against someone when they say, oh, I'm actually a puppy petter. And you say, well, stop kicking puppies. And they say, we're puppy petters. What do you mean? And you can't say you hate the puppy petters because that doesn't make sense. Why would you hate something as good as petting puppies?
Black Lives Matter is a perfect example of this. What they're doing with that is putting a nice name on a really bad Marxist movement. And of course, here in America, what's the last thing we want to do, especially as white people, is come down on something that has the word black attached to it. Because then we're going to be viewed as racists. Oh. Guys, we got to stop being afraid of words. Remember the great Pee Wee Herman, what he said? Does anybody remember? I do. Yeah. Basically, that words can't hurt you. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words, they will never hurt me. I'm not going to do his voice. Sorry, I was trying to re-jog my 6-year-old brain there. I used to watch him every morning, every weekday morning when I was a kid. And I know he got caught doing disgusting sex stuff in public, even against a minor, possibly, if I remember correctly. But the words still ring true. You know, even people that do disgusting shit like that say true stuff sometimes that is really valuable. And that's a really valuable thing that we need to be attached to. Quit being a bunch of fucking cowards, okay? And start stepping up and defending what's true and right. You have to speak it. You have to put yourself outside your comfort zone. If you don't, your kids are going to grow up in a worse country than we already live in right now. That's a scary thought. So think about that the next time you just want to blow something off. Speak up, grow some balls, and do the right thing. Cheers.
Wouldn't, and you can't. And that's the purpose of these words. So these specific words are things like progressive, liberal, open-minded, diversity, inclusion, equality, LGBT, feminist, pro-choice, so on, so forth. Again, these words are meant to make these people look good and to make their actions look...
Pro-choice is a great one to hinge on here. There's nothing about that. So he said puppy petters versus puppy kickers. I like that analogy. Baby butchers, baby murderers, baby butcher advocates cloak themselves in the verbiage pro-choice. Doesn't that sound so nice? I'm pro-choice. It sounds even better than abortion. And they still use the word abortion, but not nearly as much as they use the word pro-choice. Or now they're using the word reproductive rights. Give me a fucking break. You kill babies, you're advocates of killing babies, and you're disgusting, sad husks of humans, sad excuses for human beings.
Look good and and it's just masking the bad things that they're really doing and what they are. So for example, going back to the puppy kickers, let's talk very briefly about, let's say there's puppy killers, and these people kill puppies. Terrible, objectively terrible things. But they call themselves puppy saviors or pro-choice. Well, instead of saying, I'm against puppy saviors, you say, I'm against killing puppies, and that's what you are, right? Call them things that either annoys, aggravates, or exposes them for what they really are. These are puppy killers, and I'm going to call you what you are, a puppy killer. I'm not going to use these words that you invented to mask what you're doing.
Right.
Call them what they are. I hope that this video can appeal to your sense of reason. I hope that it was enlightening, or at least drew some attention into your surroundings. Maybe you'll notice these more in your personal life. Maybe you'll start noticing your friends using these words. Maybe you can use it as a teachable moment and correct them and say, hey, these are actually leftist words. These are words that are meant to destroy us, so stop using that. So just remember that whenever you hear these words, have a conscious reminder that these are part of a broader campaign to rewire your brain, and you should actively fight against it, right? Allow your conscious to take over your subconscious. Eventually, I'll be making a more comprehensive video on how to actually fight back in this verbal jujitsu. But for now, I just wanted to show you the problem. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to donate and support the channel at the Buy Me a Coffee link, it's in the description. Please check out my website as well. And if you...
Okay, so I already dropped his links. He's just plugging now, so we'll go ahead and move on from here. Hope you guys enjoyed that, though. Good video. Again, the first part, back on last Thursday, episode 14. I have everything on CommieTube laid out in playlist and podcast in order. I have every episode on there, so you can go check it out. And if one of the videos is down for some reason, because we all know that YouTube can suck at times, a lot of times, because they're owned by alphabet people, then you just hop on JD's2cents.com. I have Rumble there, and DLive actually has live replays as well for a few days, but Rumble's the best backup. So just go find the same date, plug in there. Anywho, let's get rid of this dude. Thanks, dude. Cheers to you. Good info. Great info. Yeah, guys, we got to stop using the leftist vocab. We got to be conscious about it, because this is how they seep and wrap their tentacles around us in our lives and our entire society. So if we start chopping those tentacles off consciously, then we start winning again. Stop letting them win. I just can't talk tonight. That was a really simple, stupid statement I just made. Anyways, again, hope you guys enjoyed. So, bottom half of the hour, call in, text, or chat in, text in if you want on the number. I get text on the number as well. X space is open. Right now, you'll see it's just me sitting in there. I'd like to see some more icons filling up this X space. Love to chat with anybody out there. Commucrats, show up. Oh, what did I just do? I just went back to my home screen. Golly. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. More beer will fix it, right? Right. Anyways, let's jump into the news. I don't see anything in the chat or who's calling in or anything like that. So yeah, we'll open up the news. See what we got here. Oh, Brooklyn's ad defiant. Ugh, this guy. At least he's not just a. I mean, he is a shill for the left. Actually, I think this guy's like legit for the left. I don't think he's paid. He might be. He might be paid by the Democrats at this point, just because he has such a following. But he comes across a lot less bought and paid for than Harry Sisson. But Harry Sisson, just the things he posts, I'm just like, dude, like, either one, you think people are just so stupid, or two, you're just extremely stupid, or three, you're bought and paid for, like, you get paid by the post, so you just put shit out there. Anyways, I digress. I want to say a huge thank you to the white dudes for Kamala, who passed 100,000 registrations today. A whole 100,000 out of 200 million people that could probably vote in this country. Good job, fuckers. As well as all of the other incredible coalitions who are coming together to stand up against Trump's fascism. I don't remember one day that Trump was ever a fascist. So there's that left vocab again. So what we do, we fight back when we see it. Trump never ever did anything slightly fascist, and I want you to show me the facts of why he did something fascist. Show me. Show me the facts. Show me the evidence. You can't, because it doesn't exist. You fucking liars. We need all hands on deck because we're stronger together. Jerk me off. And we are not going back. Always remember, we are the majority. Dun, dun, dun. Whatever, dude. You're just a fucking straight up liar. I hope you know you are. Trans TikToker has meltdown over being misgendered. I'm not a man. I'm not assigned male at birth. I am assigned female at birth. Femme, non-binary person. I'm not even going to play this because I can't stand their screeching. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It just makes my blood curdle. I think we all know. But he is saying, I didn't mean to use air quotes there. You're a dude. If you have a dick, you're a fucking dude. Even if you chop it off and turn it into a vagina. You were born a dude. Deal with it. You're a male. You're a biological male. You fucking nutbag. Alex Cole, Kamala Harris is still attending the debate, no matter if Trump shows up or not. The reason Trump has not said he will debate Kamala yet is because the Democratic National Convention hasn't happened. She hasn't been confirmed yet. Okay, and they are using the argument, well, Joe Biden wasn't confirmed yet either. He was the presumptive nominee in a election cycle that we're all familiar with. This has never happened in modern history, if American history, before, where just over 100 days out from an election, all of a sudden we have a replacement for who will be the Democrat nominee. So he's being very, very smart, like he always is. He plays 4D chess, and Kamala Harris doesn't know what checkers is. Okay? So watch. He's going to debate whoever the nominee is. It most likely will be her. Okay? She has the delegates now, even though, in my humble opinion, that was completely illegal. Why didn't they hold special elections, primary elections in all of these states, all 50 states, to get her to be the presumptive nominee the right way? It probably has to do with rules and regulations, like past a certain date, you can't do that anymore. So, probably is legal. And again, the parties run the primaries, so who Who even knows if law like governs that? What I'm saying here, though, is these idiots they're an echo chamber. They see something they like and they post it. They don't do any research. They're lazy, commie-crat, evil fucktards is what they are. They're just idiots. They just sit there and it's like batting a tennis ball back and forth to each other. Oh, I like what that one said. Here you go. Bat it right back. Oh, I like what that one said. Bat it right back. Whatever the narrative is, they'll just spew it up. And they don't think for themselves. It's hive mind. Just like the Matrix. They're all plugged into a straw and getting fed by the big D. Not the big dick. Well, it is the big dick. The big dick, but the big blue dick, the Democratic Party. They're happy and content getting butt fucked by it every day. Getting fed through a straw. Just like the Matrix pod people. It's exactly what these people are. You'll see Democrats. He's not only going to debate whoever the nominee is, he's going to utterly destroy them. And J.D. Vance is utterly going to destroy whoever the VP nominee is. And the media is going to fabricate it and throw the ball your way and say that you guys did so great, even though you'll get slaughtered. You're going to get slaughtered. Hands down. Oh, George Takei. This guy. One of the most vocal of the alphabet people. Of the complete nut job rainbow people out there that need to be thrown in an insane asylum. They really do. They're nut jobs. They're never satisfied. That's what lust does. It's what lust does. It's not love. These people have no idea what love is. They have no idea what sympathy or empathy is. They're just husks of human beings with a little tiny soul in the middle, and that's it. Now a strong wind comes by, just blows them over. Video of Donald Trump Jr. calling his own daughter sexy has the internet feeling the ick. No, you know what I feel ick over, George Takei, is you taking it or giving it or both and pushing you or your boyfriend's shit in with your penis. That's icky. That's what's icky. Yeah. So you can take your feeling the ick and just crawl back into the disgusting cesspool you came from. Disgusting, sad excuse for a human. Chuck Schumer. Big. I just took the first step in the Senate to advance on the tax relief for American Families and Workers Act. So right here, before I even read further, I haven't read further, let's guess what this actually is. If he's saying it's tax relief for American Families and Workers Act, then I guarantee you it's not tax relief, it's not for American families, and it's not for workers. And it's going to make taxes higher, it's going to make American families' jobs even more difficult, or American families' lives even harder, and workers' jobs even harder. Guaranteed. Expand the child tax credit and affordable housing tax credit. So what that's saying is we're going to expand. You make more babies, we'll give you more money. Free money. Everyone loves free money, right? Oh, wait. Someone's going to have to pay for it. Who's going to pay for it? The children that you're having. Genius plan. Genius. Affordable housing tax credit. Oh, again, so we get free stuff today. Who's going to pay for it? Your kids. And the next generation. And the generation after that. These people are fucking insane. Help small businesses. What? By expanding the child tax credit, giving affordable housing now that taxpayers have to pay for on the back end, and then we're going to help small businesses how? You don't even explain yourself there, which means it's a lie. You're actually going to hurt small businesses. Lift 500,000 kids out of poverty. How are you going to do that? Oh, with taxpayer money. So you're going to raise taxes even more. This sounds great. You see how they name stuff? The exact opposite of what it actually is. And this isn't just this act. It's every act that has passed or been proposed in Congress for decades now. So every time you see a name of something in Congress, apply the opposite to it, and that's what is being proposed or passed. Every time. 100%. And it passed the House overwhelmingly. Yeah, because we got a bunch of rhino neocon dipshits in there still that we need to vote the fuck out this November. Guys, I would say that's even more important to getting Donald Trump back in the White House, is getting all these swamp creature, rhino, neocon, commie-crat allies out of the House of Representatives. We need to have a Trump House of Representatives, a Trump majority in the House of Representatives. We need to have a Trump Speaker of the House at the gavel. And we need to take back the Senate. But if we have a Trump majority in the House, really good things are going to happen in this country. Screw you, Chuck Schumer. Commie crap piece of shit. Harry Sisson. Where are we on time? About 4 minutes left. Need to wet my whistle. Harry Sisson using curse words. I'm not going to repeat. Oh my, you know what? Republican Senator John Kennedy just imploded live. And you guys are probably like, oh, you say fuck and shit and all sorts of nasty stuff. Well, yeah, but really trying hard not to use God's name in vain. Really trying. And I have lots, and even recently. And I need to get better at that. There's a big difference between curse words and using God's name in vain. I'll just say that. They're both sin. They're different levels, for sure. So, OM, you know what? Republican Senator John Kennedy just imploded live on Fox News after being confronted for his unjust attacks on VP Kamala Harris. Trump campaign is spiraling right now. Let's see him implode, shall we? Because if it's coming from little sis here, what I like to call him, little sis, then it's probably not nearly as bad as he makes it sound.
I'm just wondering, do you worry how that comes across? And maybe you draw no distinction between a female candidate and a male, and that's fair game, but that this could hurt you with female voters with these type of comments.
Well, let me say it again.
Sure.
The vice president is a candidate for president of the United States. I don't care about her gender. Neil, maybe you do, but I don't. I don't care about her race. I care about her
Then why call her a ding-dong? Then why call her a ding-dong?
And I'm telling you what the polling shows. I'm telling you what the polling shows. Right. And it does. And I'll be glad to sit down with you and walk you through the polls.
Please do, because I never know when it's constructive to call people names, you know, Senator. On the left or the right.
But I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but let me say it again.
Senator, you keep bringing it back to my feelings. My feelings matter a little. All I'm telling you is if you think you can gain this November calling people names, I don't know how far that goes, left or right, but we'll see. It's still early, to your point.
Your feelings seem to me like they matter to you a lot, Neil, and I'm trying to be objective here. Let me say it again.
Are you really being objective, Senator? I just think you've got a bash-a-thon, a name calling at her. If you call that being objective, I don't know. But, Senator, I do want to thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having me, Neil. I hope you have a better day.
Yeah, so do I. Hope you have a better day. We'll have more after this. I'm just wondering.
As Neil goes into the break and wipes his tears with his Kleenex. See, little sis is such a disingenuous little fucking bastard. I hate this little weasel. Now that I think of it, man, he could be Chuck Schumer's kid. Will it let me pull up his picture here? Come on, open his profile picture. Oh yeah, there we go. You guys, hopefully you can see that on the feed. Doesn't he look like a little weasel? He look like you aged him. You aged him 60 years? Because that's about the age Schumer is, right? About 80? He looked just like Chuck Schumer, man. I think he crawled out of Chuck Schumer's ass. That's how he was born. Little sis. I'm going to call you Little Schumer now. What I saw here is that Senator John Kennedy completely owned this little crybaby, Neil Cavuto. That was fucking awesome. Brian Krasenstein's panicked Republican accounts on X are posting this video allegedly from Philadelphia, claiming that Kamala Harris only got 68 people to rally here. The problem is, I'm in Philadelphia and Harris wasn't here. This is not footage from the Harris campaign event, which was held in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. They just want to pretend that she isn't popular so they can pretend later that Trump won when he really loses. You know, sort of like what Maduro is doing in Venezuela. The Krasensteins are such... I think they're just more stupid. I think they're really not that smart. Because the more I read their posts, it comes across as just stupidity. Like, you may be right that this wasn't in Philadelphia, whatever. It looks like some sort of an event celebrating Harris. So the turnout, again, is absolutely rank. There's another, let me go back to Little Sis here, because he posted. So in light of that, Krasenstein, and then I got to wrap up, I'm already long. If anyone wants to chat in, call in, text in, now's the time. It's your time now. So do it to it. The phone lines are active. I'll hear the phone call. I'll hear the text come in. I'll see you in the X space and also the chats. But yeah, oh, here it is. Wow! A Harris for President event featuring Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Governor Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania has a packed house! People are excited for VP Harris and are showing up to support her campaign. Harris 2024. Look at the picture. Wah, wah, wah. This is a huge arena. They put a black backdrop down the middle, and here's the press, and here's all the people. Looks like about, if I had to guess, 100 to 200 in frame. In an arena that obviously can hold probably 10 to 20,000 people. Give me a fucking break, Little Sis. You are a joke, sir. This is how I replied to him. I don't think you understand the concept of a packed house. Laughing my fucking ass off. House. Crowd size. And this is being very generous. My crowd size. It's more like a quarter of that size, probably. With that, guys, I don't see anyone engaging, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I did have one here, probably my D-Liver that watches. Yep. Cheers to you, whoever you are. Thanks for continuing to show up on D-Live. Appreciate you. Hopefully you'll get the lemons when I get around to opening the chest. Bring more of your friends over so we can open that chest faster, okay? Cheers. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Oh, I need to wrap up on a positive note. Not a downer, which is all the news all the time. So let me get to that. 99% of stuff we worry about will never happen, guys. So live your life today. Enjoy every moment of every single day that you have here, breathing above ground, 6 feet above, not 6 feet below. Cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. God bless.